Namaskaram friends, welcome to StockEdge. Myself Tufan from the StockEdge team. If you are not aware, StockEdge is a SEBI registered platform, right? So for the last few days, I have been warning you repeatedly that yes, market has not yet bottomed out, right? Few people believed me and few didn't, right? But let us see what has happened today. Nifty on intraday basis today was down by more than 500 points from high to low, right? And the level mentioned yesterday, that is 24,000, it took support around that level and closed around 24,039 or 24,040, right? And it is exactly 50% of this downfall. ये जो downfall हुआ यहाँ से, this is the high, right? And this is the low. ये जो total downfall हुआ, इसका जो 50% है, it is around 24,000 and it took support above that particular level, right? So 24,000 is not only 50% of this downfall but also a major psychological level. But what's next? That is very important. As I told that since this day, that is, let me just zoom in a bit. I told you on this particular day when Nifty made a hanging man, right? Nifty made a hanging man. So the high was around 24,369 or 359, right? Today it was exactly around that level, and I told you that Nifty needs a closing above this particular high for further upside movement. But you see today it touched around that zone and came down. It couldn't sustain at that level. So from here, the levels that you need to track is this particular high, which is 24,369 or 370 in round figure. And on the downside, you need to track 23,850. So what is this 850? So this is basically the high, the last swing high is around this level, 23,850. If you just extend, you will find that today's low is exactly around that particular zone. So as you know from the law of polarity, here it was resistance and now it is acting as support over here. So you need to track this levels on the upside 24,369, on the downside 23,850. Below that you need to track 23,500. That means if Nifty gaps down, because we are there is lot of uncertainty related to LOC, there is a lot of uncertainty related to tariffs, there is a lot of uncertainty related to Russia and Ukraine as well. So this weekend is very important, right? There is very less chance for Nifty to go on the higher side from here. I would say that there is a very high probability on the downside. So if it opens with a gap down, the level that you need to track is 23,500. Clear? Let me just go to weekly chart once. On the weekly chart, you see that this week's candle is basically a shooting star. It is a shooting star. Shooting star. Right? After this massive rally, within a very short span of time, it has formed a shooting star. So, if you look at earlier instances also, you will find that after a major movement, this was basically a kind of short cover, you can say. So after this kind of movement, when there is a shooting star, there is a very high probability, or you can say possibility, for the price to reverse. So let's move to Nifty Bank. So Nifty Bank, this is daily chart of Nifty Bank. On this day, I told that there was a bearish engulfing pattern, and after this massive rally, within a very short span of time, I told that Bank Nifty, this rally got exhausted and there is a very high chance that Nifty Bank will start coming down. And today on intraday basis, it was down by more than 1,000 points from high to low, right? So what's next from here? I would say you need to track, today it closed around 54,664. 54,664, right? So you need to track on the downside 54,000, and on the upside again you need to track this zone, that is high of this particular bearish engulfing pattern. Fine. And if it breaks, if it opens with a gap down, because as I have mentioned that there is a lot of uncertainty, then obviously the next level should be around 53,500. Okay, so that's all for today. I hope I could throw some light. Please put your comments in the comment section below. Have a great weekend. Goodbye.
Investment in securities market are subject to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing.